Woohoo! That's the beach right there. That's where I'm at. But I'm still super excited to give y'all this week's lesson. And what we're going to be talking about is by far the biggest mistake and most expensive mistake I made in my first year of business. Not just for me, but for my customers as well. And that was that if you just have a business website, that's going to be enough. You know, Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come. Well, Kevin Costner was a dirty liar when it comes to business about that. If you build it, they will not come. And basically, how that translates to websites is a business website without a solid marketing plan behind it is just a Ferrari that's going to sit in the driveway. It's just an expensive decoration, basically. And so, you know, after losing out on well over $10,000 of opportunities for my own business and probably costing some of my customers that much in lost opportunities as well, we're fixing it now. I took some expensive courses on how to monetize the internet for your business, still in them, and basically I'm just relaying the knowledge to y'all for free today. So what we're going to do is go in one step deeper than what we did last week with our landing pages versus websites discussion. So get out your notepad, pay attention, rewatch this a couple times, because hopefully I'm about to blow your mind. All right, see y'all soon.
Did you know that time travel is possible? That's right. What you're watching now happened before what you just watched. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about this week, so let's not waste any more time. What I want you to notice first off the bat is that there's an arrow coming in here on the left before number 1 and an arrow coming out here on the right after number 5. And that's to emphasize that this is part of this whole greater concept of using the internet to bring more customers for your business, right? And what we talked about last week was a part of what we're seeing here. We have the landing page, which is, as we discussed, a much better salesman for your business than the website is. And then we have the thank you page, which gives the customer directions on what to expect since they just made a transaction with you or scheduled some kind of appointment that you need them to schedule. And then in the middle here, there's these steps where you can actually offer some more value to the customer before you tell them what to expect. So it'll be a lot better if I just show you with an example. And let's do that. So this is actually part of a presentation that I use to close clients, and it explains things really well to them, and I think it'll work really well for you. So the landing page, if we're going back with our dentist example from last week, I'll go ahead and pull it all up. So as they scroll down on their phone, they see the product, and this is some teeth whitening product I made up for women. Look at her now, professional teeth whitening. You can have your video here explaining the product or demonstrating how you use it in your store. You have the offer here. It's a $500 procedure, but with $175 off. And I want to point out something. Your offer, these are strangers off the internet, right? So in order to build trust with them, you can either try to get them to have a really long conversation with you and go out to lunch and all that, but nobody has time for that. So a great way to lower that barrier is just to make a really awesome offer. These types of campaigns usually don't work because the offer is just not that great. I mean, these people have a million bazillion other things going on, and the last thing they want to do is scan on their phones for something that's just not entertaining, when the whole reason why people get on Facebook or YouTube is to be entertained, right? So with that little quick lesson out of the way, they continue scrolling down, and like we talked about last week, there's the buttons where they can sign up for what they want, and then some more bullet points to sell them further. And let's say they sign up for what they want. So now what they see on the upsell page is another high ticket item, right? Well, if you're going to have, in this example, if you're going to have white teeth, they may as well be straight too. So do you want a 75% off your first Invisalign consultation? So maybe if you're doing something like selling insurance, you could have the first page be, hey, schedule a quote for home and auto. And then this page could be like, hey, if your employer is providing your life insurance plan, did you know you might be getting ripped off? Do you want to send me a picture of your bill and I'll translate it for you and let you know if you're getting ripped off? And that would be a great way to get somebody in on a life insurance sale right there. So then they move on, and whether or not they decide to take you up on your high ticket offer, then they go to the downsell page. And this is kind of a low ticket offer that's still going to benefit them. So for this example, I just made up some supplement that keeps bacteria out of your mouth at night, and so you have the whitest teeth possible, and you can have testimonials, other things here to convince the customer. And with all of that being said, before you get to the thank you page, this had better be something that is like really, really awesome, guys. Like, please do not take this stuff that I'm using and just try to rip people off the internet. Like, you better be making some really awesome offers, because A, you don't want to be ripping people off, and B, you're not going to have any success if you're not making an awesome offer. And these people on the internet, man, they'll find your review pages and tear you up faster than you ever can. So that's your fair warning. Talk to your lawyer, all that good stuff. So then finally we go to the close, which is the thank you page. I just called it the close because it sounds cooler for purposes of demonstration. And once they click the download now button, the real magic happens, which is the follow-up sequence, right? Because, 80% of sales or something are made after the 5th point of contact. I guarantee if you're running a campaign like this, not everybody that opts in for the coupon is going to either buy your upsell or downsell, or even show up for their appointment. So you have to keep reminding them so that you get the most juice out of your squeeze, right? You want to have your lowest cost to acquire a customer as possible. And one of the easiest ways to lower that is with these follow-up sequences right here, right? So here's a 6-day sequence that I got from Yala Golden. She's a really awesome sales writer. Feel free to pause the video, take notes, whatever. But just know that there's plenty of software options out there to automate text messages, email messages, voice drops, just stuff to remind your customers to stay in front of them. And it's a lot more cost effective and time efficient than using, postcards and direct mailers or even radio and TV ads, right? Because you can know exactly who you're talking to and you can send something specifically to them. All right, so that's the lesson for this week. Oh yeah, max profit. That's what I talked about earlier. You want to get the most return on investment out of here. Follow-up sequences, everything I just showed you. It's a great way to do it. So that's the lesson for this week, guys. Thank you so much. Let me know what you thought. I'm going to go back to enjoying myself at the beach. See y'all next week.